let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
Beginning, Storks delivered babies. It wasn't always easy. Now Storks deliver packages for cornerstore.com.
Our new phones!
Always deliver. The orphan tulip.
Oh, tulip is just fine. Orphan hurts my heart.
There's one last baby to deliver.
Hello. This is Adolph Vega from 3D or 2D.com, and today I'm reviewing Storks. As always, on my 3D or 2D reviews, I'll talk about the 3D element first. The best way to describe the 3D element of Storks is essentially muted. You really can barely tell any difference between the different layers of 3D, and it's just not a significant factor. There's only one moment that really played up with the 3D. It's a tiny little scene with a character with a paddle ball, and the ball pops out of the screen. Honestly, this little 5-second scene is just not enough to justify the purchase of a 3D movie ticket. You know, 3D honestly is an afterthought, and it's just not at all worthwhile. So I'm going to have to give this a final score of terrible 3D. Just watch it in 2D instead. Now onto the movie itself. So this movie takes the popular Storks delivering babies myth and updates it to a more modern setting. Sadly and unfortunately, it doesn't really deliver. It delivers a mixed bag, to say the least, of passable, cute family entertainment. The plot suggests that the myth of storks delivering babies to humans is true, but now they're a package delivery company instead, and they don't really want to do the whole baby thing. The main focus of the movie revolves around the stork named Junior, who wants to be the new head of the company. So, to get this promotion, he must get rid of a human girl named Tulip. Tulip is an orphan girl who lives with the storks, and is a troublemaker. The movie also has a secondary plot with the human gardener family. The gardener family sent a letter requesting a baby to be delivered from the stork company. The two plots are intermixed, and they feed off each other. During this wacky adventure, Junior, Tulip, the baby, and a pack of wolves, and a character named Pigeon Toady are all in this mix. Now, Pigeon Toady is kind of an obstacle for Junior and Tulip as they attempt to deliver the baby to the gardeners. Now, Pigeon Toady is easily the worst character of this movie. Oh man, he is just awful. Toadie's personality is just completely obnoxious and just tedious to watch on screen. This annoying character trope can work in some movies and TV shows and books, but this is not an example of where it works. This character alone ruined any scenes that he was in, and every time I saw him, I was just like, oh god, really? Him? I just dreaded it. I just could not stand this annoying character and how he delivered lines, how the lines are written, his personality traits. He's just awful. And it was just annoying and insufferable. And I haven't seen a character in an animated movie this bad in a long time. And it just kind of extinguished the enjoyment. I was enjoying this movie, and it just put it out. And man, he's awful. But on the flip side, you got the Wolfpack characters, who are actually a wonderful addition to this movie. The Wolfpack is a group of actual wolves, and they're chasing Tulip, Junior, and the baby for the later half of the movie. The Wolfpack is actually, they found the baby and fell in love with it, and now they want to be part of their pack. And it's actually portrayed by the comedy legends Key and Peele. And they deliver a fantastic comedic performance. The Wolfpack has the ability to collaborate and transform into different things. The best way to kind of visualize this is to imagine a cheerleading squad and how they become a human pyramid. You know, the wolves can do similar things, but to a much more ridiculous and extreme degree. This dynamic is silly, funny, and easily the most creative aspect of this movie. It doesn't make any real sense. It really doesn't, but it works. And it just is amazing to see the visuals and how they actually get it done to make the wolves into different objects. So the wolves are easily the best aspect of this movie, and it really steals the show from the main characters when they're present. So overall, it's a real mixed bag. You know, I really like the wolf pack, but I really can't stand Pigeon Toady, and it's just a flawed movie. They overstuff the plot, and it's just too convoluted and, you know, just too many things going on at the same time. There's too many characters trying to juggle, too many plot points, and ultimately it fails to really handle them in a convincing way. You know, it's a kids movie. I know you should cut it slack, but it just feels like they were just a little bit sloppy in throwing things together. And one of these aspects that I really drove me crazy is just that it's so chatty. It's just like they're forcing it, and the character interactions are just overwritten. The writing is decent. There was some good jokes here, and some good jokes for adults to enjoy too. But they just could have edited down and just cut it down. The movie has some massive plot holes too, and just story inconsistencies. For example, the character Tulip has an extensive engineering experience that is never explained. I won't get into details on engineering and how she really can do stuff, but the movie doesn't either. But it just seems really strange that she would know how to do these things. Most of the scenes with the Gardner family are totally forgettable, and they're in the movie, but not really. The movie does end in a very tender way, but you have to sit through a really boring and slow middle. And, you know, it also leaves a lot of unanswered and unresolved questions. And, you know, it's not awful, but it's not great either. It's just good. And, you know, I enjoyed it. There's definitely some negative issues, but the positive just barely squeaks over, you know, the negative. And I think Storks is a pleasing movie that the entire family can enjoy. So my final verdict for Storks will be a 6 out of 10. Thank you for listening. Good night.
Baby's dangerous! Wolves! Perfect! My old nemesis. Glass.
Birds can't see glass.
Oh no! Left, right, left.
Not working.
Are you kidding?
Baby powder.
I built my plane to find my parents.
You'll find your family.
Alright, so that's going to wrap up this podcast.
Remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, love, whatever. Heart it, do something.
3D or 2D.com can be found on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher Radio, and SoundCloud. And if you want to send us email, our email address is email3d or 2d at gmail.com. And thank you again for listening. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye, everyone.